What's up, guys? Matt back again, and welcome back to our next community-driven series of videos. My top 10 most desired Masterlise figures per arc. Today, we're going to be doing the Namek / Frieza arc, thanks to this comment that we saw. So thank you very much for your recommendation. Please, if you guys want to be featured at the start of one of these videos, comment which arc you want me to do next in this series, and we'll get down to it. And if you want to get included in videos like this, as all of these choices were voted on by the Matches Peaches Discord community, consider becoming a YouTube member and join in the Discord server so you can have a whole lot of fun and talk to other Dragon Ball fans and enthusiasts just like you. But without further ado, let us dive right in. We have 10 different choices here that we voted on. I know the Namek arc has had a lot of figures. It's had a ton of figures, but there's still a lot of room for choices and individuals that people would really love to have. So we're going to get kind of specific with some of these, as they are characters that have representation in the figure world for Masterlise, but maybe not quite this specific yet. So let's start with the man himself. It is Son Goku, but specifically, we want Kaioken times 20 Son Goku during his fight with Frieza. So that means him with his blue shirt on, no orange top. Now, I know that we have Kaioken Goku from Namek. We have plenty of Gokus from Namek, especially Super Saiyan. And we do have this kind of look, the blue shirt with the E moving, but it is a very popular look for Goku. And I would like to see, you know, the same paint and shading style that we saw in the Dragon Ball EX Super Decisive Battle Kuji from Kaioken times 3. That is what we're really missing in some of these Kaioken figures. The one from the Ginyu Force set was so lacking. So I really hope that they go in a much harder direction for something like this. His hairstyle would also be kind of similar to that one too, where his hair is kind of just like pushed up instead of, you know, his regular, Goku style hair. But I think it would be super awesome. It's an iconic moment from Goku and would deliver an awesome figure if they did it right. All right, moving on, I'm going to go ahead and get this one out of the way because I know a lot of people ask for him, and it is Piccolo when he first arrives on Namek. Now, you might be saying, Matt, we already have Dripolo. We have a lot of Piccolos in general. Why another one? Well, because a lot of people want a Dragon Ball Z styled Piccolo. The one that we have from the Fierce Battle at the Tenkaichi Budokai is amazing, don't get me wrong, but the art style was a lot of the earlier styles from Akira Toriyama, where he had the rounder eyes and features for a lot of the characters. Piccolo's cape was like a little more baggy, I guess is the best way to say it. And in Z, number one, Piccolo is way more ripped. Like a lot of characters just look bigger overall in a lot of Dragon Ball Z, and he has the edgier features along his face. So I think a lot of people would like to see that from some section of Dragon Ball Z. Frankly, I would like a few Dragon Ball Z styled Piccolos, and we'll talk about that in later videos maybe, but this one I think is something that people would really like. I know some people actually skipped over the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai version just because they are waiting for a DBZ style Piccolo. So if Bandai wants to go ahead and reuse some of those assets for this, that would be fine, just so that we can get a super awesome Z Piccolo. All right, let us do another character that already has an Ichiban Kuji, but I think it's one that people would love to see another one of, especially if it looks like this, and it is Rikum. You do well. From the Ginyu Force, but battle damaged when he's fighting Vegeta, Gohan, Krillin, all those guys. His only fight in the series. So we would love to see him, especially when he's posed up and showing his butt to his opponent. It really would fit Rikum's personality really well. It would be really unique because Rikum looks really different when he's like this, you know, broken teeth and his hair's messed up, he's bloodied, he's battle damaged all over, no armor. Plus a lot of people, the biggest criticism that I saw, probably the only criticism that I saw of the Ginyu Force Kuji was, hey, they're not in their special fighting poses, which totally understand. I still think they're amazing the way they are, and they're a manga reference, but I understand people would love to see them, you know, in their special fighting poses. So this would give Bandai a really good excuse to go back and do something like that with one of the members of the Ginyu Force who changes significantly as the fight goes on. So I think this would be a great choice, and I don't think a lot of people would be mad about it. All right, let's go back to a Namekian for a second, and it's one that I think is no surprise coming from this list. It's pretty much the only arc that he's heavily involved in, and it's Nail. Nail, stop making out with your boyfriend. It sounds like... Anyways, Nail would be super cool. I don't love Nail. He's not like my favorite character or anything, but he is a very cool Namek. He has a lot of balls too, because he went up against Frieza, fought Frieza, didn't do very well, but hey, he at least tried his best. And, you know, he was the catalyst to allow Piccolo to stand up to someone like Frieza, because Namekian fusion is very powerful for some reason. So I think Nail would be really cool. It would be another unique Namek character, and I think a lot of people would be really happy to see that. That's basically what we're missing from some of these early arcs from Dragon Ball Z, is a lot of these like supporting characters, smaller characters that, you know, I think hardcore fans would really like. All right, and you can't have Nail without Guru, Super Kami Guru. So Super Kami Guru would be an excellent choice as a figure. With Masterlise Plus now a thing, and we can get things like Piccolo Daimao on his throne, I think Guru on his throne would also be an easy choice for them to do a last one prize for either a EX set or just thrown in some random omnibus or Namek focused Kuji. I think they should just do it, and having a Dragon Ball at the top of the throne would be cool. If they want to include like a small character with him too, like a Dende or something, why not? But Guru he's not, you know, a super important character, but he's iconic and important to the Namek arc, and I think just as a figure in itself would look very awesome in any collector's room. All right, let's go back to villains for a second, and this last year, 2023, we got Zarbon from the EX Fear of Frieza Kuji, so I would like to tell Bandai, hey, it's time to do Zarbon transformed. We would love to see Monster Zarbon in an Ichiban Kuji. There were some arguments while we were making this set, which would be better, Monster Zarbon or Battle Damage Monster Zarbon. And frankly, I think Monster Zarbon, before he gets all messed up, is more recognizable and more iconic than the Battle Damage version. If they do either or, I wouldn't really be upset. And if they did this one and eventually did a Battle Damage one, I really don't care. I would buy both. I'd be happy with both. But I think the more important one to go with is Monster Zarbon. He's Frieza's right-hand man in his most powerful state, so Zarbon is a must-have. Speaking of Frieza, let us touch on Frieza real quick, and possibly a controversial one. I would like to see Final Form Frieza in a Masterlise. Now, we already have a Final Form Frieza in Masterlise. We have a couple. We have one from the Tournament of Power. We have one from the Battle on Planet Namek Kuji, but I feel like those just really aren't executed to the way that I would love to see them. So preferably, I would like to see them try again with either when he first transforms and there's that big manga panel of him standing there, or if he's, you know, showing, hey, I'm not going to fight you with either of my hands when he's fighting Goku. But the one that we settled on in our debate was after he shows himself surviving from the Spirit Bomb. We have a history box of this figure, which sucks, but a Masterlise I think would look super cool. You know, he one of his eyes is like can barely open itself anymore. His tail's cut off. He's bloodied, and you know he's just standing there ready to kill them all. So I think that would actually be a super iconic figure, and a lot of people would love that. And I've seen My Hero Masterlise figures have like a rock under their foot or something as like an accompanying support piece, and I wouldn't mind if they did that with this Frieza figure. So hey, why not? People love Frieza. He's my favorite villain. Let's get another one. Now, there is a character who fights Frieza in this arc, and his name is Son Goku, and I would love to see the legendary Super Saiyan Son Goku in this. But people might be asking, Matt, we have two Super Saiyan Namek Gokus. Why would we want another one? My dear viewer, here's why we would want another one, and it's because we don't have one with him with the shirt completely ripped off yet. Aha! The Omnibus Brave is very close. I look at Super Saiyan Goku in three phases. He's wearing the blue shirt. Then there's, the shirt is torn. And then there's the very end of the fight where, he has no shirt anymore. It's when he comes out of the lava and he survives. That's the one that I would love to see. I think specifically if they did, you know, are you talking about Krillin? That would be an amazing figure to have, especially because Goku's Super Saiyan hair is like all the way spiked up because he's charging up. They could really go all out with making this figure super ripped and roided out, because back then Toriyama was drawing Super Saiyan Goku like huge. He was like really big and bulky, and I love that style. So if they really want to go and fulfill that older style from Toriyama, I would love to see that in a Masterlise. It would pop so well. Throw the blood and everything on there like you've been doing. People would eat that up. All right, we're at our final two of this list. Let us go back to Frieza once again. This is probably the last Frieza recommendation that a lot of people have, and it is his first form, but out of the pod. Having Frieza out of the pod, he has his scouter on, and whether or not he has the scouter on, I don't really care. There's a lot of choices that you can do for first form Frieza. Frankly, it doesn't necessarily have to be him, you know, standing there with nothing, you know, hands behind his back or anything. They could also do when he's like super pissed off at Vegeta and the others for wasting the wishes on Porunga. So there's a lot of choices they could do, but I think a lot of people, even though they like Frieza in his pod, they would like to see him out of the pod as his own Masterlise figure, and I'm gonna have to agree with them. And finally, don't think I forgot about him. I would never forget about him. In fact, he had so many different choices on this list, but at the end of it, we said, well, this is a top 10. We want the most wanted, and I think this is definitely one of the most wanted, and it's Vegeta when he has his second outfit on Namek. That's no shoulder pads, no waist pads, nothing. It's just the white armor up top and his kind of like bluish black jumpsuit. He looks really cool like this, and it's very iconic. We even said that it would be cooler if it was the one with the hole in his chest. Not his hole in his actual body, but just in the armor. I think that would be super cool to see, and it's very iconic. There's a lot of panels that they can drive this from. I definitely don't want to see him lying on the ground crying and dying. That would be a very sad figure to collect. But maybe when he's telling Frieza that he's a Super Saiyan or something, that would be super cool. Vegeta just doesn't get enough figures for a character like Vegeta. So I think Bandai needs to make up for lost time and give us a year of Vegeta. Let's have a year of Vegeta, Bandai. Let's just do it. But that is my list made by the Matches Peaches community of the Namek and Frieza arc most wanted Masterlise figures. Please let us know, what's your top 10 for Namek and Frieza? What is your what do you think of our list? What arc do you want us to do next? Please let us know in the comment section down below, and let's discuss. Guys, if you made it this far in the video, please leave a like, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to go even further beyond in supporting the channel, then please consider becoming a YouTube member. It's only $3 a month. Gets you permanent access to our Discord community, and that way you can talk to other Dragon Ball enthusiasts and collectors just like you. And if you want to take part in our regular monthly giveaway, our $10, $15, and $20 members have a chance to win Crane figures, Ichiban Kuji figures, and an entire Ichiban Kuji set. But I think that's all I got for you guys today, so until the next video, I will see you all later.